Okay, well, thanks again for having us on this last occasion for the Euros. First of all, what are your thoughts on the semi-finals?
Well, they were both interesting games. The Spain game, the Spanish game, was scrappy. Spain-Portugal. It wasn't good football. Spain looked really tired, and Portugal had the better of it for most of the time. Ronaldo didn't perform for them. And in the penalty shootout, he didn't take a penalty, which was a mistake. I think he should have probably taken the first one. And Spain got through on the penalty shootout after a poor game, and by their very high standards, a poor performance, I thought. They look extremely tired. The other significant fact about Spain is the team selection of the coach, Del Bosque. Very strange. He played a centre forward, Negredo, from Sevilla, who would not be highly ranked. He left Torres out of the side, and he left Fabregas out of the starting side as well. That was a major surprise. And then when he made his substitutions, he still didn't bring Torres into the game. So I think the feeling is that Spain are tired, A, and B, the coach is making, I would call what I would call controversial selections. So I would be very concerned until I saw the team in the final on Sunday. The Germany-Italy game was very interesting. I never fancied Germany. I thought they had a soft centre in their team, didn't have enough quality in midfield, and Italy deserved to win. The big surprise there was Balotelli, who had a terrible tournament and hadn't looked interested at times. He had two chances, he took them brilliantly, and Italy are the real surprise of the tournament, because they came into the tournament without any serious form. Russia had beaten them 3-0 in their last friendly. Ireland have played them 4 times, I think, in the last 2 or 3 years, and never lost to them. So their performance, and their coach Prandelli should be very proud. They've performed superbly. And the man of the tournament really has been Pirlo, their midfield player. He's been absolutely amazing. He's controlled the games he's played in. Interestingly as well, the 2 finalists were in Ireland's group in the qualifying stages, and another very good team, Croatia, who were unlucky to go out. So in retrospect, we can say that Ireland were in a very hard group, which to some extent mitigates, some of the criticism of the performance. They were very good sides who were playing.
Okay. And what were the biggest surprises for you?
The big surprise, I suppose, was Holland. A big unpleasant surprise, because I tipped them to win the tournament. They didn't really turn up. They were fighting with each other, which is not unusual for a Dutch squad. But this squad of players had got to the final of the World Cup 2 years ago, and I think I expected, and most people expected, that they would be a force in the tournament. Well, they never were. They were eliminated before the knockout stages. That was one major surprise. I'd say the performance of Wayne Rooney in particular for England was a big disappointment for those of us who think he has the ability to be a top player. The Spanish team selection has been very strange at times. Yeah, I mean, one of the big surprises, and it's a nice surprise in the tournament, has been the emergence of Italy as a power in the game again. Italian football has been dogged by scandals, betting scandals. There has been the game is in rag order there. Not many people going, no great support for the national team. Buffon, their goalkeeper, has been involved in that betting scandal. They had to leave their first choice left back out of the squad because he's also involved in the betting scandal. The coach of Juventus, who are the champions in Italy, has a peripheral involvement in it. So the public has fallen out of love with football in Italy. There's no big crowds at games, and everyone thought, well, this is a great footballing culture that is in serious decline. Now the emergence of this team, and it's a great credit to their coach Prandelli, has been a real surprise, and a welcome surprise in the tournament. From the first game against Spain, which was a classic, they've looked really good. They pushed Spain. It was a 1-1 draw, and it suggests that the final will be really interesting.
Okay, so you said earlier that Pirlo would have been your player of the tournament. What would be the team of the tournament for you?
I think at the moment Italy would be the team of the tournament, yeah. And really he's made the best of a very difficult set of circumstances. Injuries, a player having to leave the squad, and he has gambled on Mario Balotelli. The coach Prandelli has gambled on Mario Balotelli, which not many people would have done. It was a very controversial decision. He played him in almost in every game. He's not delivered in any game. He comes in the semi-final and scores 2 great goals. So that was faith that was rewarded, and that was a surprise too. So I think Italy would be the team of the tournament and have a great chance of winning it.
So on that note then, you're tipping Italy for the winner?
I would say this for betting purposes. At the moment, Spain are favourites, both to win in 90 minutes and to be the outright winners. I think what might happen, I think Italy are very good value. They're 3-1 to win in 90 minutes, and that's a value bet if people like value. What I actually think will happen is that Spain will have a lot of possession, that it will be very much like the first game between Spain and Italy in the first game of the tournament. They played in the first game in their group, and I think it'll be extremely close. Spain will have a lot of possession. Will Balotelli fire again? Who knows? And the Italians will defend very well. So my expectation and the bet I think it will be a draw after 90 minutes, and I would back that, and I would also back Italy to win on penalties in the shootout, and Spain. They're both around 10 or 11 to 1. So the bet I would have is draw after 90 minutes and both countries to win on penalties. That means you get a 5-1 bet, and you get your draw bet up, and happy days.
Great. And finally, do you have a goal scorer for us?
I don't think there will be a goal in the final. I think Spain will find it extremely difficult to break Italy down. So I'd say Spain's goal tally might be 0. If I had to put my life on it, and Spain's defence has played really well. Ramos and Piqué at the back have been a good partnership. Although Piqué's delivery of the ball isn't good, they've been a good defensive partnership. They have a very good left back, Alba, who's been one of the stars of the tournament too, and has just signed a deal to go to Barcelona. So I envisage a 0-0 draw after quite a cautious game and a penalty shootout.
Great. Well, thanks, Eamon.
My pleasure. No goal scorer you can back.
No.
Sorry. You can have a bet on no goal scorer.
Okay.
And that would pay around 7 to 1. I think it's a very good bet.
Okay. Brilliant. Thanks.